begin streaming our 3 o'clock game in about a minute or so. Just want to check in and make sure. I believe I have Alex and Raid on the line with me.
Yep.
Excellent.
That's correct.
Very good. Let's make sure this is doing its thing. Give the sim a minute to get caught up. Perfect. All right, so we have 3 o'clock games. We're going to do 2 of them at 3 and 1 of them at 4 o'clock. So the first of the 3 o'clock games that we have is Southside which we have seen. And drum roll, if this thing wants to do its thing. And the other one is Vancouver Waterboys and Quality Control. So a couple of teams that we have seen against a couple teams that I do not believe that we have seen. Right? Right. Quality Control is run by Alex, correct?
Yeah.
And Vancouver Waterboys is run by Ace of Spades. So we have seen Quality Control a few times. This is the first time for the Waterboys, I believe. And on the other side, we've seen Southside, but I believe this is the first time we have seen Rabid Lizards.
Columbus. Yeah.
Columbus team. Oh, I don't want to give it away, so I will.
Yeah, you gotta bring that in.
Yeah. Were you guys able to see that?
Yep.
The kickoff. That was by Southside, right? Yes,
Yeah,
Omni
real
King.
nice.
Yep. It's too bad we don't have Dr. Edgar with us today. Raid, who's calling the game for the Lizards today?
I've got defense on Lizards today.
You've got
And
defense?
I did the offense.
Oh, so we got Alex offense and Raid's. So it's perfect that we actually decided to do this game then, because we have both of you on the line. All right, so
And
let
we'll know
me
who's playing.
just get this where I can do this. Southside up to a early lead to special teams.
Yeah, it's not a great way to begin a game, right?
Well, it depends on which side of this field you're on, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure Dr. Edgar would be quite happy with that.
Yeah, probably.
And it's the LX curse, whatever team he's associated with.
That's true. I haven't even been involved in this new special teams, and yet they're worse now for having me on the roster.
That's absolutely true somehow. Hey, there we go. We're getting back a little bit.
We did see Return Rusher kick in here, although not a bad return, but not as nice as Southside's return. We will see the Lizards on offense. Whoops, I got to put in the play action scissors. Alex and I were talking about how much we like that play. Oh, whoa, rewind. Did I miss an interception or a fumble? What was it? It was an interception. So, two
it was
plays.
a bobble. I thought it was a reception. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. And I went on to the next play. Then I'm like, wait a minute. Southside has the ball again? So, a rather dubious beginning for the Rabid Lizards. We'll step away for a second and look at the beginning of Quality Control and Vancouver, and then come back to go back to the Lizards and Southside.
Yeah, my corner finally gets to make an appearance on the show.
Oh, is he on Lizards, or was he on? No, he was on Water Boys, right?
Yeah, I got a corner on Water Boys.
Nice. For those that are either watching this with us or will watch the VOD, video on demand. Vancouver Waterboys is Ace of Spades team that the community kind of came together to build dots for him. And actually, unlike some other teams, Ace kind of said, "This is kind of what I want to do," and left it up to people to build. Some of the best agents in the game kind of stepped forward, and even though Ace didn't necessarily direct us, there was a lot of conversation in the forums about, hey, what can I do with this build to kind of make it fit what little bit Ace gave us. So
And I think that's a really fun way to build a team. A lot of times planning your own and getting everything down together gives you a better result, but there's just something to be said about having all those different options and all the different kind of directions that everybody wants to go for with their builds.
yeah,
As long as you find some sort of cohesive way to put it all together, a lot of times those teams can be extremely strong, and they're always a lot of fun to work on.
Yeah, three things. Number one, incomplete pass to my tight end on Vancouver Waterboys. Second thing, it's interesting. I'm glad you bring that up, Raid, because again, for people listening to this, however they choose to listen to it, there are different ways to make teams. Sometimes you can make a really competitive team by just building all the dots yourself. Been there, done that. It's expensive and not as fun as the other options, which would be getting a bunch of people together to build dots for you, right? And build them as they want. I think that second option is a little bit more fun than just building one yourself. Maybe not as competitive. It really depends on the mixture of agents that you get, and just how experimental they are, and how knowledgeable they are at building good dots. I've had some success with that, and if you can get some superstars, that always helps. The best case scenario, I think, are like using the program as an example, where not only do I have some of the best agents in the game that built dots for me, we as a community planned ahead of time. I gave them an idea like Ace of Spades did, but then in the forums, right, we threw all of our brains together, and I kind of had the final say. I posted final builds that I wanted people to build towards, but it was totally a collaborative effort. So you can get, for me, that's the absolute most fun you can have in this game, when you get a community of people playing together. And as a result, I've been lucky enough to coach / own the program.
Yeah, I would say, to me, I think Ace's team is really good. The only, I thought, disappointing thing to me personally was he had kind of a unique situation that I can think of, where, like, I think every basically top coach in the game all is underneath the banner of his team right now, but he didn't want to go full hog with it, right? He wanted to keep it conservative and do a more toned down team build, which I respect, but I think it could have been something really, like, I guess, generational, right? Having people like Ganema, and I think maybe GE's first non-self-owned team, things like that.
I have a ton of respect for Ace, and heck, I helped him out when he came into the game a little, well, not into the game, but he was struggling a little bit with, and I kind of helped him out a little bit. And so I can understand where he's coming from. I do think that it's a little bit of a missed opportunity. This team is going to be successful because Ace is a good coach, and he can make do. He's proven that he can make do with teams that were like hodgepodges of players, right? The Cincinnati Bengals, his earlier Vancouver Waterboys. This is a couple examples. I think there might have been even one more team that he has really done well with less. But I think that it's a missed opportunity because, as you said, he has some of the best coaches and agents that step forward to build players for him. And if this team falls short, I think it's going to be because of that lack of planning, like the program or Great Apes as two examples. There's other examples out there, but as we've talked about, as we've alluded to in earlier streams, there's a lot that goes into winning it, to being competitive in this game, right? Player builds, team builds, number of superstars, scouting, game planning, just a lot of different factors. And unless you get put into a cake league, right, with a bunch of CPUs or newer players, right, most leagues are going to have one, if not two or three top teams. And I think that, like, well-coached teams, I think this season, correct me if I'm wrong, right, I think that Vancouver is at risk of not making the playoffs.
Yeah, if they lose this game today, they will not be in. And if they win, they still have to beat Revolutionize to be in.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, I think it's just one of those things where, like, this is a team that regardless will do well. It's just, I think that this is a team that has the potential to be the number one team in vet ladder, right? And that's like the difference between being like a top 10, like this is a really solid team, and like this is the best team of vet for the next 5 seasons.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if we look at, just this is banana, right?
Yeah.
And I know this is just rookie, but and it's a pretty competitive group that he is in, but 2021 Cornhuskers, right, are 10-2. That team, right, it's Viper Maw's team, but he's kind of taking a break from it. So I wanted to experiment with like a pass-heavy offense, right? I mean, you could look. There's a lot of CPUs on this team, and there's only one defensive player, human player, right? And because this is rookie, I can get away with it. I know, but still, in a tier with this, I just think that I also got lucky that with the division that we that we were in, although, yeah. Anyways, I think that the team, and no disrespect to Ace, but I think the team a little underperformed this season, in my mind.
I don't know that that's fair, just because you're in a division with, I'll be cocky and say, the 2 best rookie coaches that we've had in a long time.
He is, yeah.
And so that makes it a lot harder than it should be.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue it with you. But I mean, I think there were other losses, that
Sure.
that he had. I mean, those are kind of gimme. And I think situation wise, as he's pointed out, right, because of the division that he's in, he could have the third best record in the league
and miss the playoffs.
fall short because of the two best teams in the league are in the same division as him. When you put what could be the top 3 teams in one division, somebody's not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So here it does look like the Lizards were able to hold, right? Because when we had left this game, Southside had returned a kick, and then on the Lizards' first possession, there was a tip interception, right, which led to no points. It looks like the Lizards got the ball back, and now Southside has the ball back, but the score is only 7-0. Some pressure. Gets the pass
good defense
off.
So far by Raid. Looks really good.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be proud of me, Alex. I actually have Twitch on my phone right now. So even though we don't have anybody joining us on the Twitch chat, let's say have that up. So if they do, they won't feel ignored.
Also, shout real quick to Dr. Edgar for getting his quarterback tackled by an NT of mine again, which I know he hates.
Ooh, nice punt.
That had some nasty spin.
That's a devastating punt to go 54 yards and still end up out of bounds like that.
Yeah, they had a favorable bounce. Hey, Birdman is still there. When I stream, when I have 2 different computers that I use. The one that I use mostly to stream GLB2, I use OBS on. And the one that I play Madden on, I use the Twitch software. And I am by no means a professional streamer. I don't have the time or the skill to do it. I just kind of get by.
Couple of passes slipping through the cracks so far.
Yeah, it seems like we keep getting having some good holes and giving up big gains all at once like that.
So another touchdown for the Rebels.
Yeah, that's one place that I'm having trouble getting the defense to be a little stronger to stand up right now, is in just the passing game in general. We've been pretty solid against the run.
I feel you, man. I'm kind of in a rut right now with my defenses. I need to take my defenses to the next level. I feel good about my offense, or at very least the program offense. I probably should take some time to try to improve upon the Red Devils offense a little bit. My other teams that I coach are probably gonna get set aside. Except for
hit the play
HD.
button real quick.
Sorry, what?
Can we hit the place button real quick for this game?
Oh, plays. Yes, sorry about that. Streamlabs uses OBS, but I recommend using it because it integrates chat into your display. I'll have to look into that. I've seen that in other. I've seen that Birdman in like Twitch streams that I watch by more professional, more knowledgeable streamers than me. I just barely figured out recently figured out how to incorporate like Discord chat so that I could have guests like Adder and Raid and LX and Dr. Edgar. And if you're ever on GLB2 Academy, the voice chat, and you want to join us in voice, you certainly can. Well, feel free to unmute yourself if you want to and talk. You know, it's not a closed party. Anybody is invited. Close game so far here. 3-0, quality controls lead.
As a completely unrelated point to anything, learning that Dreadgar's name is Dr. Edgar has been one of the weirder things to go on lately in terms of goal line blitz to me. It's like talking to somebody named Ashley for a long time only to find out it's a guy, right? Like, okay, I see how I could have made that mistake, but it still just seems strange.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty big change for me.
Well, I know that was for me as well. But then also, like, I mean, I always called you Elix, you know, but then I heard Adder or Raid call you Elix. And I'm actually a germ, not a germ, or whatever, however else people are pronouncing it. I don't really
I would
care.
always call it Agrim, but yeah.
Agrim, that's
okay,
it, right?
Agrim.
You know, I don't really care about that, but it has been a kind of a side of doing these streams. And hey, Birdman, we are gonna stream the LSU Aztecs game at 4:00, or after we get over these two games, we'll pick that game right up. Just so you know. I know I've from our streams I've learned some stuff from talking with you guys, and I want to commend you on being part of this and share with you that I've gotten a lot of really good feedback from people saying, you know, thank you for doing this. I've actually learned this from the stream or that from the stream. So, and you guys have been a big part of that. I look forward to when we do the whole stream team thing, which I'm gonna have to start doing which we're gonna have to start doing pretty soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I want to be able to. I'm gonna start with kind of start like from the beginning, like how to create your first player, how to create pickup players. You know, like if you're new to the game. But one thing that I just really thought about that I wanted to run by you guys is, so I'm gonna do those first couple, right? And I think I might just do those two. And then what I would love that would have been cool if you completed that. That would have been nice. But then where you guys are gonna have, I think you guys have both volunteered to have one or two players on the team. Instead of us all at the same time talking about player creation, which I think could be a little overwhelming for like new players, right? To hear 3 or 4 different opinions all at the same time. What I would like to do is I'm going to do my player, and then I would like to have like one of you at a time, like take me through how you like how you created your player, right? Like I could have the player on the screen, and you could kind of go through like how you created your player. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
That's fine by me.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Fair warning that my player is terrible and that you probably shouldn't make it, but
Well, then make sure you say that when
yes,
when I interview, because what I'll kind of do is, because I'm doing the stream, I'll kind of do like an interview type thing, you can certainly take it away and speak to your player, but if I have questions, I'll ask questions. You know, but yeah, if you want to say, well, this isn't a player that I would necessarily build. I'm using it for the instructional piece and the test it kind of thing. Yeah, totally cool. But if you explain like what you're trying to do and why based on your guys' experience, I think that is extremely, extremely valuable.
Yeah, I still gotta have you able to take a subscription at some point so I can make me another superstar on the team.
Oh yeah, yep. Oh, well, did I said superstar? Did I? For subscriptions, I thought I said like I'll have to look and see on that one.
I'll have to look back and see.
I can't do superstars for everybody that does a subscription. I wouldn't have.
But who else has subscribed yet? I don't want to call it your subscribers.
Yeah. I've got to go through and look at that. Yeah. If there was a way where I could make like that many superstars, for a Twitch subscription, I would certainly do that. But I worry if I open that, then I'm not gonna be making any money off of this. I'm not gonna, even though I'm streaming, unless there was a miracle and this thing blew up. I wouldn't have enough to be an affiliate or a partner or anything like that, and that's kind of not really even on my radar for why I'm doing this. Kind of a little bit bummed that we really haven't picked up anybody. I haven't seen anybody outside of GLB Tours even checking out our stream. And one of the goals was for doing it on Twitch was hoping that we'd get some traffic from people viewing Twitch. Let me see here what Birdman says.
Well, I think also too tags or whatever on your channel have a lot to do with whether people come in and give it a look, right?
Yeah, I started to put I've recently put on when I haven't messed up. I said Madden football. Although sometimes Madden football might be a good tag because people see Madden and it gets their attention, and then they're like, "This isn't Madden," but then maybe they'll stay for a minute and be like, "Huh, look at this," but that hasn't happened. So I did change a title to a fun and challenging American football simulation. I'll try some different things, and if you guys have any ideas for how we might be able to get people, to put their foot in the door, and how we can.
One thing is just actual stream or viewer count. Like right now, we've got 4 people viewing, obviously, but if we could get that higher, then Twitch will be more likely to recommend it to other people who are watching. And also, like Alex said, like doing tags like football and simulation, things like that can also help the algorithm to figure out who to point it to. Whereas if it's just English, it doesn't have a very good target audience for you.
Excellent feedback. Can you guys do me a huge favor and at some point in time, when you're in GLB2, if you could actually send me an email, in-game email, that way, I won't have to search through it in the chat feature, and I wouldn't have to search through it on Academy forums because both of those, if we get so much traffic, right, that those get buried. Whereas if you have any suggestions like you guys are throwing at me right now, they're great ideas, and I will do my best to put them into action. But for me, from an organizational point of view, it would help if it was just the best way would be to send it to me as an in-game email.
Howie.
Yeah, and the only reason, like I think I said American football just because in the thing because for a lot of people around the world, football does means soccer. Um, but the tag idea is definitely great. I tried describing it as fun and challenging because I do think that it is. That's what I like about the game. Is it's like a chess version versus Madden.
Yeah, it's much more chess-like.
Yeah, I might even put like a survey in the forums or whatever, the GLB2 forums, and even in GLB in the Academy as well, about the idea of getting the view numbers up, right? So if we have, especially for the stream, like because that's what people are going to stumble upon, right? Although maybe with the right tags, we'll get people to stumble upon the YouTube videos on demand. But uh, I think when you said view numbers, Raid, were you talking about Twitch or were you talking about YouTube or both?
I'm mainly talking about Twitch because
Yep.
YouTube, it's very difficult to get your foot in the door basically anywhere in that. Like, you have to basically have the audience already on YouTube because of how big it is for the algorithm to really pay much attention to you.
Yep.
With Twitch, especially because, recommended for you sometimes gets really thin for people. It can really put some nice suggestions out there. And if somebody sees something on the screen like this and sees something different, when they're scrolling through looking for something to look at, it can really be a big draw when you see something completely different. But that's, relating to your interests. Like if somebody's a Madden watcher or somebody who plays, say, like Retro Bowl or other games like that, and sees this and is like, what's that?
I think that's a great idea. So I think what I'm going to do is try to get because of that suggestion, I'm going to try to put like a questionnaire forum type thing or the survey on the forum, just saying, hey, we're trying to get views so that maybe it'll gain some people's attention. So ask for what would be a good time for me to do the stream team things, so they could get people, even if they just are have it in the background, if they can't give it 100% attention, to try to get those numbers up a little bit, I don't use TikTok, but it would probably be. Yeah, I don't use TikTok either, but that's another great social media idea, Birdman. It's funny. My son TikToks more than I do.
I don't TikTok. I just watch it.
TikTok is evil.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
I mean, they're literally doing a bunch of crazy tracking shit with it. Like it's Chinese government sponsored, and so
Oh, I
the
did not
Chinese
know that.
government is using their authority to basically to step around all kinds of security stuff for the devices that it gets put on.
Still a really tight game in this quality control versus Water Boys. I think that's probably how it's going to go. The whole game, right, will be like field goals for the most part for either team.
Yeah, I got to root for the underdog. Hey, AJM 73, nice 18-yard catch for a first down.
Yeah, this has been the thing that I've seen with the Water Boys is because there's not much of a direction to it, the offense is where it really struggles. It's, especially at rookie, you need a good, solid plan on offense to get things really kind of going against good teams. And just kind of have no real direction right now. Now, if they can get the morale going, of course, they can still be very dangerous just because, everybody's building their own ideas. But it can hurt a little bit to start getting that, foot in the door in terms of offense.
They are moving the ball right now. This is an important
they're
third down
moving
and
the ball
4,
well.
though. And that's going to end the drive. So we'll see if they can pick up 3 here.
Kind of a far one for rookie.
It's good, though.
All right, 46 yards. That's really far for rookie.
Yeah, I've been noticing a lot of longer kicks have been.
I wouldn't have tried it. I can tell you that.
I know. You like your accurate punter and super defense, and it seems to work well. Wow, that's an odd situation where, well, not necessarily. I think I prefer, I'm interested to get your guys' thoughts on this. I think I prefer the LB contains to the DE
Oh, how
flats,
interesting.
unless those DEs are like built really well to get outside. I've seen too many times where DEs will get like kind of blocked before they can get outside, whereas the LB contain, or even better yet, if built well, no, I guess for the cloud, the one we were talking about, the zone one, with the corners that also help on. I've lost a lot of favor with DE flats.
So I think it's interesting because the other day, Birdman called a game against Kavoth. It was the Aztecs versus Spamalot, and he fully called the game, and he won. So props to him for that. But he called a lot of LB contained there, and I've been making the point in my mind that I had forgotten about until a second ago to yell at him for that, because I think LB contains are one of the worst plays in the whole game. They should never be called. So it's interesting that there's such a difference of opinion there, because I think the DE flats are not even twice as good, but 3 or 4 times as good as the LB contains.
That's so funny. I'm the other way around, because I think that as we talked about in one of our streams, how if I know someone's going to be calling those DE flats, right, I'm like, bring out the off tackle runs. Whereas I don't feel like, in my experience, LB contains don't hurt as bad against the.
Well, my issue with
off-tackle
LB
runs.
contain is solely that it fails to do what it's designed to do, in my opinion. Like, it's not as good at containing outside runs as DE flats. In fact, in my opinion, or in my experience, I guess more like, what often happens is that linebacker that drops down just ends up getting scrummed up. He causes another linebacker to get scrummed up on him, and now you've got like a whole team that's failing pursuits because of where the bodies are positioned at compared to DE flats. Like, it's everything to do with just like where the block happens at.
Is it bad that I don't use either play?
Yes, for sure.
I don't know. I'm telling you, if built right, I like how Ghanem kind of brought to my attention, and probably some other people's attention with the zone. He runs that is it cloud flats or cover 2 flat, whatever, where the corners are kind of outside, and that kind of pushes the outside runs in, and it doesn't have your guys out of position as much versus the off tackle runs. But
Yeah, that's what makes zone so good at containing outside runs, is those like cover 2 flats and things like that.
Birdman, are you telling me on Spamalot you only call DE flats and LB contain? You don't call anything else? Are you serious?
Yeah, that seems right. I wouldn't do LB contain, but
Well, Spamalot is pretty damn successful, so that's hard to argue with. And if that's the case, it certainly goes aptly with the name Spamalot.
Kavoth does like to do a lot of meme stuff, so
And, only 13 seconds left in the half in this one. What a great first half as far as close game. I think it's good for Vancouver to still be only be a field goal down. We've watched quality control, over the past few weeks, and we know what they are all about. I don't know that we've seen many, if any, quality control losses. So the Water Boys holding their own. Coming back to South Side and the Lizards. Oh man. Somebody woke Dr. Edgar up. He has been on a tear. His team's coming to life. At the moment, this is a little more one-sided than I thought it would be.
yeah, I think just the morale, right, early on, just a touchdown right off the bat and then an interception right after that, like that's a lot of early morale damage that they dig yourself back out of, and then scores off of them.
And Birdman, you should definitely be proud of Beast of Canterbog. There is an absolute beast. So yeah, I did not want to jinx the Lizards. I thought I was going to say they were holding their own, but the Rebels find the end zone, and unless we have a tale of two halves, this one is looking like kind of as Helix has alluded to several times over several streams. If you can get ahead early, that hole is too deep. It's going to be difficult to make a comeback.
there's always that chance, especially if I can get the defense to get a turnover for us. But we're going to need to find that spark on offense pretty quickly if we're going to get back into this game. There's a nice run by Kit right there. There we go. I like that. I'm liking the way that Kit looks right now.
Yeah, it's got to be more than that against Southside, though.
If we can keep the ball in his hands for a little while, I think that can get us back into this game because he's looking really good right now.
Just runs like that. And converting on third down. That's what's huge. Ooh, an off tackle run on 3rd and 5.
Have you put Kit back on elusive, or is he still?
No, he's on combo. He's on combo.
He's on combo right now.
Yeah.
Right. That's really going to give us a chance because combo has a way of really building up momentum over the course of the game.
Not so far though.
Yeah, in my opinion, his build really favors combo anyhow. I don't think he really needs the extra elusive added on there from the elusive running style, and his footwork just makes it to where he should be more open and free to his movement than elusive really allows. Just keep on giving up these passes.
Ooh, big run. Question is, will the Rebels score even 3 before the end of the half? Oh, dodges 2 tackles. Not that time though. And that was a big stop. So the answer to my question was no. Unless their defense does something spectacular here, which is not
And a
looking
stop
like
like
going to
that
happen.
would really help the morale on my defense heading into halftime. I think that should give me a really good, platform to start off the half from once I actually get the ball or once they get the ball.
Well, here we go. Let's see how this first possession looks for. Well, let's do a possession for each team before going back to the other game. Nice run by Kit. Do a little juke. Doesn't get him too much there. Going to set up a 3rd down and 5. Oh, let's see if the defense can. That's a good way to start. 2nd and 13. There you go. Nice job, defense. Much needed INT.
Heck yeah, and that gives us a shorter field to work with. If we can
Yep.
get the ball in Kit's hands, and look at that. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Kit's pumped up. He's excited he can see the end zone. He can smell it. But another 3rd down, though. Crucial. Oh, Kit. I'm guessing that's Kit. Yep. He wants it.
He can get it too. I've always
Ooh.
liked Kit's build. He's never really clicked, and I've been trying to work with Alex to see if we could get something going with him, but he's just. I think with him being on combo, it's going to be a lot better for him. I don't know.
He seems to be carrying the offense right now because the laser quarterback lizard laser having a hard time finding his receivers consistently. And there we go. Kit Ferris finally finds the end zone. That turnover was immensely helpful for the Lizards. Let's stay with this one for a little bit longer and see if the Lizards can keep it up. Maybe this will be their half.
Well, here's hoping.
would be cool to see it come down, like see the Lizards come back with 21 points this half, and then it'd come down to like the final possession for the victory. That'd be a pretty cool game.
Sit on top of Omni King, though. He is a very talented back. I mean, he's just got the kind of potential to just break it on any kind of play.
Oof. Yeah, Dr. Edgar was saying how that Omni King is usually good for at least one just huge play a game. At least one huge play a game.
Yeah, and I got to get this pass defense to actually stand up when I need it to. Right now, it's kind of allowing the momentum to build, which will give Omni King the base that he needs to really spring off and make a big play here.
And the closer they get to the goal line, it doesn't even have to be a big play. Or the offense can just do it their own way. Yeah, so it's been interesting. It's been but from my perspective, the lack of Lizards success on the Lizards passing game when they're on offense, and then it's been the passing I can talk. Rebels passing offense, well, combination actually, but actually I think that knock on wood, the Lizards have done a good job against Omni King. It's more so been the pass that's hurt in this game. Ooh, and that's a nice run. For a first down for quality control. So, Alex, tell me again what the premise was behind quality control. Is it like kind of just taking, like, in your mind, the best of the best stuff, or why? What's the idea behind quality control?
In Rookie, at least, the team was built totally wrong, right? We don't have any pursuit because in the end builds, we're using cat boost to fix all our pursuit. So we have no way to handle outside runs really well, which is not good for a rookie. But the team idea, though, is we are not going to defend the pass at all. So no one on the team has deflecting or intercepting. There's no man awareness. There's no zone awareness. And our D line has no break run block and has no hold ground.
What?
And so you can do whatever you want to us on offense, and then we're going to hit you for it.
Oh, I see. So that's it. That's all right. Hard hitting defense.
Yeah, like I said, it's basically my take on a Viper Maw defense, right? Like I'm going to do a Viper Maw defense just with our own like style to it, you know. Huge field goal there, like 48 yards. Surprised that we got that.
Little separation.
It seems like the longer field goals this year just really been more accessible.
Yeah, I surprised myself there by.
Oh, and a turnover. It might just be the beginning of the end for the Water Boys. That long field goal followed by a turnover, giving quality control excellent field position.
I guess it gives my corner more playtime, but yeah, this kind of sucks. Good for Alex.
Yeah, good for me.
Nice pass.
Do either of you guys play Madden? I know briefly there, Alex, you were contemplating joining Bob's Madden League.
Yeah, I decided not to because I thought that it was like still a sim type thing, right? But then I realized it was like actual play, and that doesn't really interest me all that much, honestly. I'm a strategy game kind of player, like Blood Bowl or Goal Line Blitz or
You
something like
play
that.
Blood
Not
Bowl?
so much. I'd love to play Blood Bowl, yeah.
Oh, me too.
So those things hold my interest, but like playing an actual game of Madden is just not really my style, unfortunately.
See, and I love Madden. I actually started on Madden.
Raiders, have you talked to Bob about his league?
I really haven't. I haven't picked up the game in a little while
Oh, all right.
because I don't have a PS5 right now. I only have a PS4.
Well, we play on the his league is on the PC through
I,
he has put a ton of work in it, like creating draft classes. Like, I wasn't with them from the beginning. I just joined. We just completed my first season with them. They're like up to on Madden 22. They're up to the 27 season, 2027 season. Um, Bob's done a great job creating draft classes. It went
yeah,
better for me than I had expected, being the new guy in the league, right? And those guys had like 4 or 5 seasons on me. But I made the playoffs, which was better than I thought. I only played 3 of the guys. Well, one guy twice and one guy once. I beat one of them and I lost to the other guy twice. But good games.
I
It would
used
be
to play a lot
cool.
of Madden, and my buddy Casey got tired of getting beat by me, so he stopped playing against me.
Who was that? Sorry.
So I used to play a lot of Madden. I had a rivalry between my best friend Casey and me, and he ended up decided to stop playing the game.
Nice stop for us.
Well, we are trying to get more people. Right now, we only have it's an AFC only league right now. We're going to be doing NFC only in Madden 23 after they get the glitches out. But we only have 6 guys right now. That's why we just keep it to one league. So we're trying to recruit people. So if you're interested, just reach out to me or Bob.
Yeah, I'd have to dust off my PC and figure out
That,
some stuff. I've never
that shouldn't
really.
be a catch, by the way. I don't like seeing that in Ricky.
This one, I'm replaying it.
Yeah.
Well, if GE would like play defense instead of just tackling them, no, just kidding, GE. Just got to find a reason to give you crap.
Which CB is that that's jumping right now? Is that? No, that's not mine. Mine's up top. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, morale is starting to get to the water boys, it looks like.
I don't like that. They seem like they're getting tired as well.
Well, now I have some information that I'm interested in trying the next time, if there's a next time, that Nebraska 2021 plays quality control.
Yeah, we've allowed a ton of losses against us because of the pursuit stuff, but yeah. And yeah, this one's gonna be over, I think, now. I think they're too tired and too morale drained.
Yep. Oh, special teams again? Not quite. Almost. Kit doing Kit.
Yeah, Kit's always looking like
Nice.
he's going to break a big one, so I'm hoping he will here pretty quick. Yeah,
That should be a team T-shirt for the Lizards. Just give the ball to Kit. Give me the damn ball. I mean, we have seen plenty of teams that heavily feature their halfback, and that's what happens when you don't give the ball to Kit. I should be Kit's, well, not like player agent, but like money agent. Pay Kit. Give him the ball. Run, Kit, run.
yeah. I mean, I think the sails or the wind has gone out of my sails on defense here. The players are starting to react very slowly, and they're not tired yet. So it's just the fact that they're all very morale drained. That's a hard place to coach out of. Like, I mean, like the drop pass just saved another touchdown right there.
Man, this game could have and should have been billed as like the battle of Omni King versus Kit Ferris.
And I think Omni King is currently winning that battle.
I don't know. Actually, they're probably both doing about the same. I really think the difference in this game has been Cellside's passing attack and the Lizards' lack thereof.
Yeah, my defense was mainly focused around stopping Omni, and we've done that. But then, in the times when I have called the pass tag up and we're setting up to try to stop that pass in the long situation, it's just not happening. Our pass rush isn't getting there. Our defenders aren't standing up in the backfield, and it's become a morale slaughter because of that. I was already planning on giving up, when they would pass first or second down, basically, for the most part, just rely on the builds and hope to stop some. My pass tag was something like 80% on those, or my run tag, excuse me, but just goodness. On third downs, we have just given up the long pass time and time again. And I was planning on, I've got it tagged mainly pass there just to try to force the runs to be what makes it if he actually is able to break an outside run huge on me.
Yeah, it's reasons like that I 100% things so often, right? Like I don't want to call a 70-30 and then unluckily get the 30 3 times. Yeah.
I do that sometime, but I play the percentages a lot. That which makes me think with Stream Team, I would love to like one of my things that I want to do with the whole Stream Team is I'm not gonna like stream it like game planning and scouting, right? I do want to create videos for people to put into the library for people to see how I and possibly others, which I'm going to talk to you guys more about in a minute, game plan and scout, not before the game, right? Create the video before the game, but don't publish it until after the game, right? And then maybe we could either do a stream, like talk about it during the stream of the game or afterwards, after people we've like had a chance to watch it, like, and talk about that. But I do think that there's different ways to set up playbooks. And I mean, you kind of mentioned it, one aspect of it there about, going 100% versus 70-30, or obviously when to use tags and when not to use tags. So would you guys be interested when we do stream team of being on the coaching staff and um, kind of sometimes setting up um, playbook and tactics for certain games, and then we could talk about those after the game is played?
Yeah, it's fine by me, at least.
That could be interesting.
I mean, I think if we have like on the stream team, I mean, again, I'm competitive. We're all competitive. That's a goal, but we have bigger goals and to educate the community and try to recruit people, and create good content for the community. So I'm not going to put a video out ahead of time, but I don't mind people watching a video and, that maybe down the road working against us. I don't really care about that, because I think there's more value in the content and, people learning and having these discussions. And I think it would be really cool to have different coaches show how they do things with a team that, because I wouldn't do that with the program. There's no way in hell I would do that with the program, right? I mean, that's my one team that I'm like, I want to win, damn it.
Yeah.
It appears our receivers actually do have hands. I was worried about that for a minute.
It remains to be seen.
No, oh, wow. Lucky there. That looked like it was another interception, but Daryl Johnson Niedermeyer. Another one of those Niedermeyers.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
But coming right back with one.
Yeah, I think if this game goes another 30 minutes, we'll have a real shot at it.
You guys are beginning to move the ball not last couple possessions, but 2 out of 3 maybe. But we look at the other side, it's 42. It's going to take more than half an hour to put up that many points, I think, my friend.
Yeah, the defense has completely collapsed, unfortunately, from morale.
I mean, I guess if I could get like a couple of defensive touchdowns here, we'd stand a chance.
That's true. Okay, so if we kick off the ball and then get a touchdown off of the fumble, and then we kick off the ball and get another fumble for a touchdown, it's a start.
Yes, I enjoy having your halfbacks on autopilot, Birdman. Although with everything that we're going to be doing with the stream team and with school starting back up, I'm not sure that I'm going to renew autopilot.
I was very disappointed when I did a game plan for autopilot and it had a name like autopilot. So I was like, oh, okay. It's on autopilot. And then you game planned it, and I was like, oh, I've been bait and switched.
That was the original plan was to go full autopilot. But the competitor in me, especially when I'm playing against an Elix team, is just like, no.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll just look at see what they normally do, and then I'll just game plan that, and then you none of that, and I'm like, oh, what the heck? What gives?
Like I said, that was not the original plan, but that's another reason why I'm probably just going to be done with it after this season. Is number one, I don't have the time with school starting back up and wanting to do stream team and number two, I can't go on autopilot. It's against my thing. I mean, I have to scout and I have to game plan, and that's what I love about this game is trying to find a team's weakness and exploit it. There's that big play by Omni King that we were talking
Unfortunately, that's not even a big play by him. That's just a mismatch of calls. Man, Mike Fire cannot defend the outside strong to that like that. That's a guaranteed like 30 yards at least every time you have that matchup. That's what Ray was talking about when he was like, we'll risk the outside run to get the pressure, but the problem is we never got the pressure either.
Yeah. See, I definitely want to, when we do the stream team, like hear other guys' thoughts like that, and how it affects their playbooks and tactics. See the different plays that people use. And there was one other aspect of that I thought would be how they set up their playbooks and tactics. I think that's going to be really, really cool.
Unfortunately, that was one of those situations where probably it was my fault because I think Man Mike Fire is. I think that's only run tag.
Yeah, I don't like Man Mike Fire for anything but passing.
I may be wrong about that. I may have that up for the pass, but.
And Man Mike Fire, even as a passing play, requires like a very, you gotta know why you're doing it kind of thing.
You go check that out. It's been a while since I've checked out the actual plays that I use in tag situations. Just kind of rely on them if it works.
Oh, I want to look at one thing before we. This is Vet. It was Mummy League. I just wanted to look. Yeah, the Rebels 9-4, so a big game for them. CRL not so much, right? So CRL could have played. There's a possibility that CRL could have played spoiler, but this was definitely a kind of like a must-win for the Rebels to stay playoff potential.
Yeah, I think this one was kind of shock from the beginning, right? Like straight from the word go, it was an uphill battle for us.
Yeah, I mean, there have been times where the Lizards have looked really, really good. It's just been like you said, that beginning was rough to come back from that, and I think the Rebels have been more consistent than the Lizards have this game.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the Lizards' passing game to be so anemic for whatever reason this game.
I wasn't expecting the Rebels' passing game to be as strong as it was, too. It's really torn up our pass defense today.
I'll just try to get out of it and get back in it, maybe.
I can't.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait then, bud. Let me get to the end of this, and then I'll try to fix it. Did you try something like with this mouse? Or hitting the escape key? You got it? Okay, good job, bud. Oh, man. I don't know if I'm going to do the 4 o'clock game, guys. It's already 4:13. We got to finish this game and the other game. I apologize to the LSU fans and Aztec fans. I think a lot of people have already watched it anyways. Yeah, this one is pretty much over, but we still got the quality control water ball. That one's kind of game-wise probably pretty close to being over as well. But
way too much time talking.
well, you know what though? I haven't had anybody give me negative information, and I think honestly, I think the majority of people would rather hear us give the, kind of the little juicy nuggets that we provide, than hear me sit there and call the game. While me calling the game is entertaining, I don't know that, it's as valuable, from a content aspect as, us having the conversations that we're having. And until someone respectfully PMs me and says otherwise, I'm going to continue to do things the way we're doing things. I'll tell you, for me, it's a hell of a lot more fun to have you guys on with me than to be doing this by myself.
Yeah, I think if someone has gone back and watched all 10 hours, whatever it is at this point, they've probably learned quite a bit just in random conversation.
Well, actually, this one's not really all that over. I mean, it looks like quality control is in full control, but there's still plenty of game left.
It's not completely done by any stretch.
If it keeps going the way it's gone, yeah, but that's not a guarantee.
That sucks. He ate 2 monster hits in a row, though, with no brace for impact.
There he is again. I'm glad to see AG73 contributing. Earlier in the season, I was like, oh, man, throw the ball to the tight end, because I love my tight ends.
A nice showboat.
Showboat is so good when it fires.
Yeah. Passing here is an interesting choice. I was not expecting that, and I paid for it just because, I didn't think Ace would be crazy enough to do that.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah. The third and long there really bit me. I always give vet coaches the respect of okay, I'm not going to blitz you on 3rd and 13 in case you know better. But sometimes they'll do it anyway, and then it can work out. So now I feel silly for not blitzing.
How much did you, now, I'll be honest here, how much did you scout them, look at their tendency, on 3rd down, they always pass, or they always run, or they 50-50 for this game?
So I didn't scout the game at all. I just put in a run default, and my run default doesn't blitz on 3rd and long.
Well, it doesn't look like you need to worry about it too much when you get runs like that from your halfback. After they score, come right back, and let's just run the ball down to the red zone. And we can throw to our tight end too. See? Kane McCain. 1st and goal.
Yeah, I mean, the reality of my game playing for Vancouver is they have 2 superstar halfbacks. Okay, I tag full run, and then I don't worry about it.
Man, I think part of the reason why I'm so pooped right now is because, like I said, I got up this morning, and I spent a good chunk of the morning, right up until half an hour before, right up until 12:30, game planning for all of my flipping games that I coach too many teams right now.
Yeah.
But I'm only doing that because it's summer break. Once school starts back up, I can't keep doing this like this. I want to focus.
Yeah.
But yeah, for
Yeah.
me to do a game plan during the regular season, it has to be like a Kavoth game, or I've got to be undefeated.
It's
Still,
going to be a team not named Autopilot.
Yeah, not named Autopilot. Yeah.
Because if it has my name on it, you're going to game plan.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like, okay, this is Matt, whatever. I know that's
Private Grip Lead. I think it was my brother's account.
Yeah.
That he doesn't use, so I inherited it.
So I'm like, okay, I know it's Agram, so I'll game plan this. But I'm like, oh wait, it's called Autopilot though. And then I scout. I'm like, okay, well I'll scout anyway. And then I saw that it's the same game plan. So I was like, all right, well we're good. And then
Yeah, that's the thing. Like about me is unless life happens and I can't find the time, I'm gonna scout and I'm gonna game plan for every game because that's what I love about this game is like trying to find like an area of weakness that I can exploit.
yeah, I mean, I don't game plan that much anymore, but it's not out of a lack of desire to do so. It's just I don't have to currently, unfortunately, for most teams.
That's
Why
impressive.
I don't want it to be that way though, right? That was like the whole onus of making Academy in the first place, right? Was like I shouldn't be able to do this, and like let's try and fix this.
Yeah, you and Cavo are in the kind of the same position. You know, you guys can do it like without having to. So you're giving back to the community to raise the level of competition. I can respect.
Well, Kavoth
that.
is so good is because he can force himself to do it. He game plans every game.
Does he? I didn't
every
think
game.
he did.
Yeah, every game he game plans. I can't bring myself to game plan a team that I know I'm going to beat. And I think that's like one of the big differences of what makes him better than me.
Cable only game plans certain games for Sedgwick right now.
Yeah, I do think it like he's got a lot of teams he's coaching right now, so I do think it doesn't happen for every team that he's part of, but like Swim a lot, for instance, I know it's every game. Revolutionize, it's probably every game.
Probably.
Oh yeah, Birdman. I don't think it has to be at all costs. It just has to be run all day.
Yeah.
Because the Bills have proven that they do not have run defense.
Yeah, I wish I could get them one more time this season just so that I could for sure beat Tarask's pro record. I think I'm going to make it there anyway with Slombo, but just to really put it over the edge.
Oh, did you see the collab?
So hey, Birdman, I don't know if you heard me or whatnot. I apologized to people that with it almost 4:30 now. It probably will be 4:30 by the time this game is over. I don't think that I'm going to do the. I should have just done LSU Aztecs at. I should have triple headered it, and then I would have been committed. But I am pretty exhausted, so that game is probably over by now. Do you mind sharing the results with us? Interesting. I have to look and see how that affects the if it does affect how it affects the congratulations to the Aztecs, how that would affect the playoff picture. And it looks like, aside from Birdman joining us on Twitch and Raid and Alex joining us on the Academy Discord. Looks like other people, if they're going to watch this, they're going to watch it on YouTube on demand. If you're watching this on YouTube on demand, um, and you have ideas or suggestions or questions, um, please feel free to either leave a comment on the YouTube video page or in game or on GLB2 Academy. Um, if and whenever you see me or LX or Raid or Adder, at the moment, LX, Raid, and Adder seem to be my most consistent contributors. Totally appreciated, gentlemen. So we do want to hear from our community. If there's stuff that you like, let us know. If there's stuff that you don't like, respectfully let us know. If you got any ideas for how we can do things better, we want to hear. Thank you.
And also, just as a side note, anyone who is watching on YouTube, the YouTube algorithms for suggesting to new people are driven completely by likes, subscribes, and comments on videos. So if you do leave your comments about like how you can do that or what you can do, it would be better to leave it on YouTube for us, just for that reason. And then, if you can, like it or drop a like for the video, really helps.
Yeah, so this is kind of what I was talking about of the Water Boys. They just got too tired. That's what eventually happened. The benefit to quality control's run game is if you go back and look historically, they're terrible in the first half running the ball. And then in the second half, they will just put up huge numbers on you. Kavoth went ahead and took his halfback to 100 conditioning right at the start of the season. So we can play all day running outside, right? And those plays hurt us less than it hurts your defense, and eventually you get too slow.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Well, I try to do it differently with how demoralizing having rotating the three non-superstar
Right.
halfbacks to keep people fresh aggressively, even three of them aggressively. But even that doesn't necessarily mean that I can skimp on conditioning, because the higher conditioning helps with just play to play, even though I'm rotating.
Yeah, it makes a big difference even with rotation. But yeah, that's the big advantage I've noticed, because at first when I was doing the game plans for quality control, I was like, man, our outside run game just isn't doing anything. But then I kind of noticed that over time, like every time we got into the second half, it would start working. And I kind of figured out, yeah, it's to do with just defense is getting too tired anymore comparatively to the halfback.
It's called, forget me not. It's like, it's a really, yeah. Shiznit.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I don't know like what percentages dragons are, like how demoralizing was meant to be a well, they are a run heavy team. I had to put in they're run heavy, kind of like following Cavo's ID model, because I remember when Viper was so frustrated about the lack of success that running heavy offenses have. So because we're run heavy and I don't have superstars, I figured having the extra halfback and rotating them aggressively would help. I still have a hard time watching our games because out of pass heavy, run heavy, and balanced, for me, watching a run heavy offense is like, no matter how good, it's like watching paint dry. Um, so and The pass heavy is better for me. Balanced is my favorite. And with that, our stream for today will come to an end. Birdman, thank you for joining us on the stream in the stream. Alex and Raid, again, thank you so much for joining me on the Academy Discord for commentary. And before I sign off, does anyone else want to say anything for the community? To the community.
I'm good.
All right, guys. Take care. I'll see you around. Bye.
Yeah, catch you next time.